Hello, hello. Good afternoon. I decided to come and share just a little story that happened to me a couple of days ago and the insights from it. What I learned from it, what I got from that moment. Sometimes we go through life or throughout life and we forget to see what life is teaching us through nature itself, through the movements of life themselves. So I guess part of my homework was to come out here and to share this little story. And I have so many that I want to be sharing here. So this is the very first one, and here it is. The dragonfly's destiny was to die. It happened that 2 days ago, I was taking some of the recycling things to the backyard of my house, and I noticed that the back door of like the door that goes to the pool was open. And I don't like leaving that door open because every time I leave that door open, um, the dragonflies or the butterflies tend to fall into the pool. And of course, I don't like that. So someone left that door open. And when I'm bringing the recycling things, I noticed that there was a dragonfly on the pool, in the pool. And I was like, oh no, again. It happened again. So I went and left the things inside the container and I came back to the pool and I decided to take the dragonfly out. So instead of using the net, I used my hand and I just dig my hand into the water and I pulled out the dragonfly. And while I was looking at it, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to close the door and maybe that's why that happened to you. And as I was saying sorry, I realized that, or I noticed that the dragonfly started to move. Like, started to move the head and then started to clean the eyes, like his or her eyes. I don't know what that was, but it was cleaning his or her eyes. And I was like, oh my God, you're alive. And I was so happy to see that the dragonfly was still alive. And I was like, I'm so glad that you're alive. I'm gonna take you out of the screen so you can go back to nature. And while I was doing that, it took some time, some minutes for the wings to dry. And as the wings were drying, I noticed as they were like opening again that the two upper wings were broken. And I was like, oh no, the dragonfly won't be able to fly again. And I felt bad again. I was like, oh no, what can I do to help? And I was like, well, the destiny of this dragonfly would be to only be able to walk, but to fly. And I felt so bad. I had to leave. So I decided to take the dragonfly outside of the screen and put it on a rock. And I told the dragonfly, well, I gotta go do something. I will come back in the afternoon to see how you're doing. So I left. I was gonna leave, or I left the dragonfly on this stone, this rock. And all of a sudden, I see a lizard coming, directly towards the dragonfly. And I'm like, oh no. And then I say, no, you don't even dare to come closer. And then I just kind of like pull the lizard away. And it was funny because the lizard was looking at me like, what is this human doing? I was trying to protect the dragonfly. And so the lizard tried to move another step forward. I said, no, you're not getting here closer because I saw the dragonfly was still vulnerable, trying to dry it out, trying to, get dry. And the lizard wanted to eat it. And so while I was doing that, I don't know how the lizard went around the rock and behind the rock came out and boom, ate the dragonfly. And I was speechless. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh no, I felt so bad. It's like I was like, oh my God, I was feeling bad because I was telling the dragonfly, it maybe I shouldn't have taken you out of the screen. Maybe I shouldn't have done this to you. Maybe it was like feeling guilty. I was feeling guilty of all the things that had happened to the dragonfly. And while I was doing that, all of a sudden I got this insight. And we do this in family constellations. From the systemic view, we observe that we cannot interrupt the destiny of others. It is not our part as helpers or healers to interrupt the destiny of others. And nature was showing me this through this experience. I got to understand that sometimes when we have an emotional attachment to someone, let's say, we have that tendency of wanting to help. I want to help this person because I'm seeing that they cannot see where they are and they are taking into the wrong direction, let's say, or whatever it is all your own perspective. And the only one that can change that is the person itself. I'm seeing you, sister. You're there, not a mosquito, dragonfly magic. Dear sister, I'm so glad to see you here. Yes, yes, we were in Wudan Mountain and we had another story with a dragonfly. I'm so happy to see you there. Yes, well, I have my stories with the dragonflies, as you can see. It happened to me again when I went to China, and I was with you, dear sister. I'm so, so happy to see you here. That's a great company. Thank you for being so present while I tell my story. Well, the insights from this story are that sometimes people, like the soul, has a contract, and the contract of the soul is ready to be over. And that means that this soul is ready to leave this reality and die. And sometimes it's hard for us to accept that because we have an emotional connection or attachment, whatever it is. I would say more attachment because when we have a connection, we can allow life to flow and be in acceptance of what it is. But when we have an attachment, we don't want that to happen to the ones we love. See, it happened to me. I created an emotional attachment to the dragonfly. I was like, oh no, I was taking care of it. I wanted to help her. And the destiny of that dragonfly was to die. See, actually, it served better life because it came outside and this lizard ate it. So it served the lizard as well. And it served me because it gave me this amazing insight that I'm sharing at this moment with you. So the three of us serve each other. The dragonfly served me, the lizard was served, and I was served as well by getting this insight that I wanted to share with you in this amazing afternoon here where the crime scene happened. Because when I heard that insight, it was just like a call to let me know and to tell me, go and share this story. And because we have the tendency to interrupt the destiny of others, and we do it unconsciously. And sometimes we feel like because we have a knowledge or we fall into that of being the helpers, we tend to interrupt the destiny of others. And when we do that, well, we interrupt life, and that's not our part. We can somehow guide or observe and learn from it. And sometimes we can maybe give an input of something to create a change, but it's not our part to interrupt the destiny of life and what is. It's only up to each soul that is in a process of evolution. So that's the message that I wanted to share this afternoon. And I also wanted to share this amazing, beautiful energy from this outdoors here in my backyard. And I am so happy to see you there. Thank you for bringing up again the story of the dragonfly. This is maybe, I don't know how many times that I've been trying to save the dragonflies. I know, and it is sad because yeah, the dragonfly, I had it on my hand. I was so happy that it was alive, and the soul contract was already due. See, every plant, every animal, every insect, every human, we all have a contract, and maybe that dragonfly had already learned or had the experience I wanted to have in life, and it was ready to leave. So that's that's what I wanted to share today. Thank you for being so present, and thank you, sister, for being there. I'm so happy that you're there, sharing your amazing words. This is such a wise and poignant sharing. I'm crying because of how much this is such beautiful and painful truth. Yes, this is a hard one for me at times. I can cause myself such pain if I don't step aside. Well done, sister. Thank you. I love your words. It's all wisdom as well. It's like a reconfirmation of that. Yes, especially when like you see, especially your family, for example, that are going through certain experiences and you don't know where those experiences can take them. So I'm seeing from now on the dragonfly from this space. I'm just seeing something that I'm learning and not interrupting. Thank you for being there. This was just a short message, and I also want to invite you now that I'm here. I open my life. I want to invite you this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I am um, opening this invitation for you because I just created this book club and you can be part of it. If you don't know yet, if you don't know this, I am going to tell you that last year I wrote my first book and it is published already. And the name of the book is Alchemy for the Soul. And in this book, it is a it is a journey to understand what is the process of our existence, like of the soul itself, from the origin. What is it that we left our source to come back to the source, but what happens throughout that journey, and what is your part? Why that happened? Because it has a plan. It's part of a plan. And at this moment, we are in this possibility to recreate and to elevate the consciousness of all by creating our own healing, our soul healing. See, there is a lot of healing things that we can do. We can help heal like the body and the energy and do a lot of things, but we must go to the soul in a deep level to understand how we can help ourselves, and as we do, we can help the totality. Hmm? So that's my intention while we will be doing this journey. We are going through each of those pages of this book. If you haven't purchased the book, you can purchase it on alchemyforthesoul.link, or you can go straight to Amazon. It is in a paper version and also in a digital version. And you can purchase the book so you can follow, each of the steps that we will be doing there on Fridays. Every Friday, I will be there at 8 p.m. Is We have an appointment set. Let's say we have a date. We have a date. The ones who want to join, I will be glad that you'll be coming and sharing and participating your stories, because we all have stories to heal. We all have wounds to heal. And we need to be observant of that from a new perspective, from this systemic view of family constellations that is more of a higher, from the higher consciousness, not from where we are, but how we can see it differently and heal our consciousness by seeing things differently. That's pretty much what we're doing. And healing all of those emotions and feelings, which is what our soul is looking forward to transcend. We need to transcend not only our own stories of childhood with mom and dad and our ancestors. We need to go to the transgenerational, because there is so much there that we cannot even imagine. And I want to share with you what is it that you might be connected to that somehow is not helping you manifest in your reality what you want: relationships, finances, health, success. There are so many things that are not attached, that are attached to our past, our ancestors' past. That's what we need to heal in order to recreate our reality and our destiny. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being here this afternoon. And I will see you Friday then at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you haven't purchased the book, Alchemy for the Soul, I'll be so happy to be there, and we will be all sharing from our hearts, because this is no more than a knowledge, but more of an expansion of consciousness. So I'm sending love to all of you and blessings, and all of these photons from the sun just delivered to you. So it also can help you feed your energy and feed you, expand your consciousness, as we will be doing every Friday at 8 p.m. Um, Thank you, sister, for being there. I just feel you. It took me back to China and the dragonfly story. And thank you for being so present. I feel like you're just like here, seated. You are actually, energetically, you are here with me. Thank you so much. All right. Sending them love, and I'll see you on Friday. Mwah. Hugs and blessings, infinite blessings. I'll see you Friday. Bye.